Previously on Unranked.
I have over 140 hours in Walkabout video.
Oh my god, in just this year?
Yes.
On Xbox, I did 471.
Wow.
I
Did you play a lot of Starfield?
It turns out I played an embarrassing amount of that game that I'm ashamed of, but basically, when we got code, I was playing it like all day, like during work and stuff. I played 153 hours of Starfield this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how anyone in the world could stomach that much of that game, but that's so good. I'm so glad for you.
According to my 2023 year in review for Xbox.
Yeah. Here we go.
My total time played.
Yeah, here we go.
Was 2,314 hours.
Wow. Do you mostly play on Xbox?
It's because I don't turn my shit off.
Okay.
Look at this intro.
Look at that
intro.
Look at that.
Wow. Look at that
that
intro. Unbelievable.
Wolfslaw
pretty cool.
got that live. Wolfslaw's in the chat. What's up, Wolfslaw? He got that live. He enjoyed that, I'm sure.
I hope so. I think it's more fun than just going hard cut to the overlay.
I agree.
Yeah, no,
I agree.
It's great. Wait, what is the overlay? Can I see the overlay right now, or no? Am I not? Because
you saw it during the previously on.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah.
That was it. It was we're dark now. We got the black to the navy blue. It looks like space.
Yeah.
So
that was Sorry, my apologies.
So here we are, 407th episode of the Unranked podcast.
Hi,
Merry
hello.
podcast to all.
Merry, happy, happy, happy. Let me take my glasses off. Get like a glare. So what's been going on? What's been? Oh, sorry.
Alex Tuna Marino, Tom Caswell.
And
what has been going? All right, so I told you guys right before we started, I have a hard habit.
Oh,
so
yeah. We're going right into
the dentist. I went to the dentist recently.
No.
And Alex, you remember I told you, I'm like, this is really bothering me a lot longer than it should. So it's been healing up, and it takes a while for it to like fully heal. It took too long. Infection. Which I know I have an infection because I went to brush my teeth this morning.
Blood everywhere.
And when I brushed my teeth, pus came out of the.
I didn't even know that was.
Which I can tell because, like, if I touch here, right here,
what are you doing?
Like in my cheek, it feels like swollen. So I'm getting like an abscess. So I have to go to the dentist so that they can
drain it,
clear it, because it was like just the tiniest little bit, you know?
Yeah, but
it's
still.
just like, so like I'm on the verge of having like a real infection. I have just like a so they can basically go clean it and then give me antibiotics and then it'll be fine. But yeah.
They charging you for this? Better not.
I don't know
if they're like, there's
works.
a copay.
Honestly, Alex, it's 2 days, like 2-3 days before Christmas. I'm just glad I can get it today to go get this dealt with. I'm glad the dentist is open and available to see me. Because the what would have otherwise happened if they weren't was I'd be like stuck with urgent care or something, or going to, and like that bill would have been way worse.
If the dentist was like
done, would have been not as good.
Told me they can't see me, I would have been like, no. I'm coming,
but they're not. They might not even be open. Like they're closed all week. Like coming up, they're not open all next week.
Right.
And they're only open half day on Friday. Like they're only open till 2:00. So I have to leave, in like an hour and 15, hour 20, so that I have enough time to get there. So
I was going to say
that's why it just came up.
Yeah, because I was going to say like I thought we were gaming after this. So
you and I can game.
Well, yeah. Tom and I'll game. I guess we're we don't have infections that I know of.
I would love to. I mean, hopefully it's a walk in, walk out. It's 10 minutes away. It's 10 to 15 minutes away. So hopefully it's a walk in, clean me up, walk out,
clean me up,
get in there.
That's going in the previously on. Clean me up is going in the previously on.
Walk
for
in,
sure.
Clean me up, walk out.
Yeah.
I think the first thought that would come to my mind if I was brushing my teeth and pus came out of my gums would be, I wish I was dead.
It was
like that is just.
I mean, it sounds worse than it was because I brushed all my teeth first. It wasn't like I looked at my toothbrush and there was just like a glob.
Oh my
I wasn't
God.
even thinking about that.
It
mate.
wasn't like cream cheese, Tom. You know?
Oh my God.
Sorry,
What is
I'm just
happening? What is happening?
someone's throwing up in their car right now.
Oh.
No, it was just a matter of like because there's like a hole there. I was very careful with that. So I brushed the rest of my teeth and flossed and everything else first. And then I went to deal with that. When I touched it, I was like, that's not supposed to happen. Yeah.
Are you in pain right now? Like, what's going on?
No, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt at all. But
chat.
it feels like there's like it just kind of feels like there's something stuck between your teeth.
Is this a situation where
like.
if like we didn't have modern medicine, you'd probably die?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. It sounds like it's something that would probably eventually just heal on its own. I mean, if he's not in pain.
Yeah, you can get like a serious like infection, like if your body doesn't fight it off, but it's possible. Who knows?
Right.
Oh,
honestly,
boy.
listen, if we didn't have modern medicine, I probably would have
be
not
dead
made
already.
it this far. Yeah.
I think I would have died because I had a hernia and it was pretty bad
when
I was like 14. When I was like 14, so I probably would have died.
Huh? Would I have died of anything? I
like my tonsils having to get taken out. I wouldn't have even made it to 14. Remember when I was like 10, I missed a ton of school one year because I had strep throat 13 times, and they were like, "Yeah, you just never got rid of it. You need to have your tonsils out."
I was sick. There was like junior year. Year. I was
high school or college?
High school. I was just very sick for like a week plus, and I missed a bunch of school then. So maybe then.
I like that our holiday episode has turned into
would
like
you
the
have
medieval
died?
medicine, the
yeah.
plague cast. By the way, if we didn't have modern medicine, COVID would have been a lot scary.
Oh yeah, COVID would have been
real bad. All right, let's move on to a cheerier subject.
Yeah,
let's talk about today's.
Oh, that's right, Pokemon.
It's the 407th Pokemon. Last
week
like
we've been doing this for nearly 8 years.
That's true. Last week we did Badoo, and
Badoo.
Its evolution of Badoo was actually from the previous generation.
What number is it? Sorry,
which was Roselia and
407.
407, and this week it is Roserade.
Yeah. Oh, Roserade.
It evolves from Roselia with a shiny stone. And I love a stone evolution.
Love me a good stone.
Love a stone evolution. You get to choose when to do it. If you want that stat boost right away, if you don't need to get, any like leveled up attacks, you could just hop right in.
In my opinion, stone evolutions are the only acceptable alternate form of evolutions other than leveling up. Trade evolutions.
I don't like. I'm not a big fan of trade evolutions.
It's annoying.
And yet Slowpoke Cloyster. Pretty cool. Slowpoke Cloyster.
Go on.
I mean, it's Gen 1. It was there from the start. So I feel like trade evolutions. That would have worked better if it wasn't a trade.
The stuff, I think maybe it is also partly like nostalgia for Gen 1 because trades and stones were the only other two methods, right? I'm pretty sure those were the only other two methods other than leveling up. Now it's like take this Pokemon to this specific point on the map and at this time of day and give it a berry.
I don't mind that one. The one that I don't like.
It's interesting.
Yeah, that one's fine for me. The one I don't like is your Pokemon needs to be this happy or this status.
But see that
I'm not a fan of that.
I mean,
because I feel like that takes too much work to get your Pokemon to where it needs to be. Which I think takes away. But I'm not opposed to the other ways, Christian. I feel like you really.
No, I'm struggling to find how I feel about that because, in truth, when it comes to the actual gameplay, I mostly agree with you that it is like an encumbrance. However, from like a concept, from like a lore area, I think that's fun. Like they're trying to emulate the show. Like, this Pokemon
but if you wanted to
is evolving
emulate
the
show. If they want to emulate the show, they got to retool a little bit.
what they got to do evolutions mid-fight is what they should be doing.
That would be
would
cool.
be
That
cool.
would be cool.
And that would make the happiness one awesome. Is like if you're at a certain point and your Pokemon is like getting damaged, like it gets down into the yellow, it can evolve and then reset full health, and you get that epic anime moment of like, oh no, Charmander can't win, turns into fucking Charmeleon and just stomps them.
Charmander can't win. Yeah, no, I'm with you.
I think ultimately the problem is more that would resolve all of my complaints would just be like, I want to know. Because I have to Google this shit to find out like how is this thing evolving? Like how because honestly,
the Pokedex should tell you once you own the Pokemon how they evolve. Right? The Pokedex, like let the Pokedex be useful in the game. Like
make the Pokedex great again.
Oh man.
That's my biggest problem is I never because now with XP share and stuff, I'm usually keeping a couple of Pokemon in my party simply to get them to evolve.
Right.
But I have to always Google like, oh, does this thing even have an evolution? Does it like tell me how many fucking evolutions I've got. Yeah. It's the Pokedex.
Although I will say I do have some nostalgia for Gen 1 when you heard rumors of missing or you heard rumors of where Mewtwo could be. Like nothing, there's never any more like rumors or anything.
They're just that world doesn't exist anymore.
I know,
never will again
saying.
unless the internet goes away.
Yeah, I would love
we're the last generation to grow up without it, without
it's a
mass
great
communication.
It
like
was
that.
real. I mean, I was looking because I was watching some Paramount Plus after Brittany fell asleep last night, and I turned on the Rugrats Christmas special to look at like I remember it being whatever, and it was actually not only was it good, but there was some adult things in there that I absolutely missed that I thought was hysterical.
Oh yeah,
they're so funny.
There's a lot of that shit in Rugrats. A lot of that shit in Rugrats.
Like I love like Angelica literally says during one thing, like she says something like, "That's not the way you do it, dummy." I'm like, "Oh, whoa, okay, well,
dummy."
Excuse
wow,
me."
So adult, so adult.
No, that's not that adult. I just mean that like the cartoon literally, she just called someone a dummy. I feel like you can't call people dummies on cartoons anymore, can you?
I feel like that seems like not a big deal at all. Alex, people get murdered in cartoons.
Do they? All right, fine. What do I know?
Yeah.
Wolfstar wants to know what we think about the Ninjask Shed Ninja evolution. I don't know what that one is, but
that's the one that looks like a mask. It's like it's a bug type, I think.
Yes, it is. It is.
Well, you just said you didn't know anything about it, Tom.
Well, I knew, but I know the Pokemon he's referring to. I just don't know the evolution.
We did this. I think we actually liked this because it was cool. This was one that like it.
What's the name of the Pokemon?
Shed Ninja slash Ninjask.
Ninjask can become Shed Ninja or Ninjask from Nincada. So it starts as like the Cicada Pokemon, and then it can turn into.
It evolves from Nincada, and then it says the evolution can trigger the creation of a second Pokemon, Shed Ninja, if the player has an empty slot in their party and an extra Pokeball on hand.
We liked this because
that is pretty cool.
We grew up in a place that was littered with cicadas, and so that's what this was. Yeah. It was the cicada Pokemon, and the one that you get the empty slot with is where you get the cicada shell. That's what that Pokemon is. Is the cicada and the cicada shell. So if you have the empty slot,
but he's asking if we approve of that evolution.
I think that's cool.
That's
mechanic. Are we good with this?
Because
okay.
Because
whoa, relax. Jeez.
Because you get the base evolution of into Ninjask, which is just a simple level evolution, and then it's like, oh, here's a little bonus. If this, there's no, I have to do something specifically beyond just leveling up. I mean, you have to have the empty slot and all that, but it's not like the evolution is prevented without it. It's cool. But Roserade, pretty good.
Shit, Pokemon. We're talking about Roserade. We're not just talking about Pokemon in general. Tuna, can we get a little info on this name?
Sure. So the name origin may be a combination of rose and masquerade. Tom, I mean,
Yeah, come on.
was that interruption
Sorry.
necessary? Was
Sorry,
that
sorry.
necessary? Did
Sorry.
the joke land? I don't think
Oh
anybody
my
laughed at that.
god.
So Roserade may be a combination of Rose and Masquerade due to the appearance of wearing a mask. Not sure if you're aware of this. It may be a combination. It might also be a combination of Rose and Lemonade. Don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. There's wiggle room, right?
It says Roserade appears to be based on a combination of a bouquet of roses and a mysterious patron of a masquerade ball.
Yeah.
Not sure. Again, Bulbapedia doesn't want to commit on this name, so
there is a very, very cool image of this from Pokemon Avengers, the manga, where it's using the roses, the rose bushes, like that it has for its arms and its hands, as sort of like the hilt to a sword, and there's like a vine sword coming out, and it sort of looks like Zoro the way it fights, and that is pretty fucking cool.
It's a cool Pokemon. It is cool. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, I agree. Grass and poison, I think, is a great combo.
Speaking of poison, it's the Roserade and its pre-evolution are the only poison type Pokemon in the Fairy Egg group.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And
I wonder what shiny Roserade looks like.
Another piece of trivia for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the 2 third stage Pokemon which can be obtained at level 1. The other being Porygon Z.
Cool.
How does that happen?
Through an egg, maybe?
Oh. Yeah, maybe you could get, you know what? I got it. Yeah, you can get a level 1 Roselia from Gen 3 and then evolve it in Gen 4 at level 1 with the stone. Because in Gen 3, they didn't have Budew.
So, speaking of the shiny, right? I'm on bulbs now. Looking at the shiny.
Not all that bag and chips. Yeah,
no,
yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Yeah,
terrible.
I always try to look at it. The shinies are often a missed opportunity, especially in the earlier gens, because they just did a very quick palette swap.
Yep.
When they could have been much more interesting.
I mean, you could put a little more work into some of these, and they would be like.
Some of them are sick.
Hunt. Yeah,
some of them are great.
Some of them are good palette swaps, but
yes,
at the end of the day, even those, like, it's not enough to get me jazzed. Like if they were actually shiny, if they were actually like a chrome version of like Gold Mario or something like that, you know what I mean? Like,
when you play the game, they sparkle. Is, you know, the graphics in the game leave a lot to be desired. To be fair.
So anyway,
I'm gonna read you a Pokedex entry.
Solid pokes.
I feel like we should be reading the Pokedex entry like at the start.
You know, we should, but we often
we don't.
It's good to know about the name of the Pokemon before we discuss its,
before we discuss. Right. Okay. Sure. Sorry.
Its sweet aroma attracts prey. Then it spews poison. The more toxic it is, the sweeter its aroma.
The more toxic it is, the sweeter the aroma.
Yeah.
So it's like a trap. It's like a trap Pokemon.
Yes.
Wants to trap you in there.
Grass poison's great combo because you have the ability to both poison your enemy and trap them with like one of those attacks where you're draining them and then healing yourself. So listen, that's such a good combo.
The number of times that Roserade has been in my party and has saved me with its Mega Drain or Giga Drain power.
It's great.
Too many to count.
So that brings up, we got to look at our list. Where do we put Roserade in our list? See, now it's going to start to get interesting as our list starts to grow. Yeah. Now that we're getting 20 or so in.
Where is it? Let me see. Oh, okay, I got it.
You should pin this note so that you can
find it. I got it. Oh, Chris is already in. Wait, is that the correct spelling of that other one? Oh, okay, thank you. I'm gonna go with
it auto-corrected it.
Yeah. Grottle. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go. I think this is
It's tough because I kind of want to put it in top 5, but I don't actually.
Ooh,
I feel like it's better than Grottle. 5. I feel like it's better than.
Let me just look at Grottle again. Give me a second.
Grottle's the mid-gen, the middle evolution of Torterra.
No, you think it's cool? Well, maybe.
I mean, you're gonna put this in your party, right? You're not putting Groddle in your party.
Yeah. All right. I'm cool with it being one above Grots.
I don't know. I don't think I would knock out Infernape with this.
No, I don't. No, I think I agree with you there.
Tom, how do you feel about that?
Tom.
Above Groddle, below Infernape?
Yes, that seems exactly the right space to put it.
All right. That's now the next time we have a great Pokemon, there's a strong top 5 now to contend with.
I like it. Yeah,
so
we should
the top
be,
5 is
the top
Empoleon.
5 should only be altered in extreme circumstances.
Yeah, it's got to be a Pokemon that's in your party. It's got to be a cool look. Like it's got to pass several, checks. Which Groddle was still kind of like, well, it's cool, but it is the middle evolution. It wasn't the better version of it's up there in the top 5.
We should.
But now it's got to get by 3 starters fully evolved: Luxray and Roserade. That might not happen for a while. These might be static for a bit.
When we're all done with this gen, we should then break off the tiers. We should be like, these are the S tiers. This is this is where A tier begins and all that jazz.
I mean, part of me thinks that when we get to post shows where we don't have any content, we should just start going through. We'll take Gen 1, take the first 30 of them, and start ordering them so that we can do the gens we didn't order, and then we can have the ultimate full list of completely ranked Pokemon, which would be pretty fucking sick.
I like it.
So, all right. We're going to do kind of like a game thing today for the holiday. But before we do that, you guys want to talk about anything? What's going on? What's happening?
So, yeah, just really quick. I have been playing. So this is, of course, put my foot in my mouth situation. I said that I was going to play Alan Wake 2. However, when I made that promise, I was not aware that God of War was going to come out with some free DLC.
We shouldn't have told him, Tom.
I don't think
if we didn't tell him,
he probably would never have found out.
Or at least for a little bit, and he would have bought Alan Wake, and then he'd be like, well, I already paid for this.
Yeah.
No, this is, you're right. It was a big mistake.
Sorry to
back a turn, back
no,
time.
all I want to say is that it's fantastic. I love it. I can't believe they gave us, not only did they give us like a Hades type, what's that called? Roguelike?
Yeah. Roguelike,
so,
roguelite.
Roguelite, whatever. Not only did they give us that, but they gave us more story.
Yeah, the story is apparently really solid.
It's good. The story's good.
I started like a couple of runs, and like the setup is like, so I'm like, oh my god, I need to get back to this. The setup's really
fun. They gave us a new power. Okay, they gave us a new power that you can press both thumbsticks. That's not a spoiler. No.
Well, under Tuna law, it is.
No.
Okay?
No. You've been playing.
Oh, fuck off! Under his rules and regulations,
you said you
would totally be a spoiler.
No.
It's not story though.
It's not only is it not story, Thomas.
How many times?
You also no. I'm going to tell you something right now. No.
Well, okay,
I'm going
to interrupt on both of you for a second.
I'm not.
Just
no,
say
I'm not
this.
letting you. No,
I'm not challenging you. I am going to say though, I feel like the biggest problem here is that Tom doesn't actually know what a spoiler is.
That's what I think as well. But what we are going to just say really quick is that, Tom, you said you were playing it, and this mechanic, this new thing, comes pretty fucking early. So when you said you had done runs, I thought that you had. I mean, that's the
double standard is
there's no double standard.
There's no double standard.
There's no double standard. I'm not being a hypocrite. This is real life. And I didn't spoil anything.
I'm gonna log all complaints about spoilers for 2024, and then we'll at the end of the year we'll go through and we'll see who said what that other people thought was a spoiler, and we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of this.
But I don't know what you're talking about, because I think that all of the things, because they have double thumbstick. Anyway, you talk more about Valhalla.
So but the voice acting again, amazing.
Oh yeah,
story's amazing. The gameplay's amazing, and I'm at probably one of the last parts, so I'm almost done, and then I will start.
Which
Mr.
difficulty
Wake.
did you pick?
The one below
the top.
Because when you sent me that thing that on the top difficulty.
No one on the dev team has done it.
Yeah, so I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not even gonna try that. So we're gonna just do the one below that. And I will say it's been hard. There's been some failed runs that I've been like, fuck. Like I wish I was on a lower difficulty, but I've committed to it. So I want to do it. So we'll do it. And I just feel like with that, when I defeat an enemy that really does take a lot out of me, like the satisfaction, the dopamine that starts to seep into my brain once it's been done, great feeling.
It's like winning in Walkabout Mini Golf.
Listen, when your back's up against the wall in Walkabout Mini Golf and you got to sink a long putt and you do.
Yeah, it's true. If you somehow get a comeback win, there's nothing better. There's nothing better in that game.
Or it's not so much, so a comeback win, or you're tied and the other player is playing still very well. It's like if Chris fucks up, I kind of feel like, oh, like a little stress is like off my shoulders.
Yeah, you can exhale.
But it's a much better feeling when you're the one that
succeeds.
Succeeds. So that you go up a stroke because of the long putt you just made or the bank shot you just made. You're just like, oh yeah.
I mean, those final games where we got tied and like I came back and took the lead, it was like, I was I remember we were playing on Laser Lair and I was losing and I was like, I have to do the crazy shot here. And I've never attempted this before. I think I know what I'm doing, but if I miss this, I cannot, like, I'm fucked. It's all over if I miss this one shot. And then I pull it off and I end up getting so far ahead of you because of that I won the thing instead of losing it. That, like, those moments can't recur. It's safe to say I really miss having a VR headset, and sending it in around the holidays sucks because it is still at the hub right now.
Oh no.
So like I'm probably not getting this back till the new year, which sucks.
Oh well,
it's killing me. It's killing me. I texted Tuna and I was like, I really miss playing VR.
Another reason to order a MetaQuest.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
Speaking of VR, Thomas.
Well, I was gonna say I hit up West Coast office and I was like, "You guys got a MetaQuest 3? Want to send this way?" So they mailed it to me. I haven't played a ton. I just haven't had the time. But I did start this Asgards Wrath, which is the VR game that got a 10 out of 10 from IGN. Pretty cool. I mean, it is a
10 out of 10 worthy, or
I mean, not to start. I think some of it's. I think like the whole. I think a lot of its 10 out of 10 comes from the fact that it is this really big, deep RPG, and so I think that what I do like about it is there is this, and this is a mechanic spoiler for people that haven't played Asgard's Wrath yet, but the idea is that you are Is this not acceptable now?
No, I was going to say I don't think I consider a mechanic a spoiler. What I would consider.
If we want to go
here's
forward,
the difference. Okay, here's the difference. What I would consider a spoiler, right, is if you told me in God of War you could use Thor's hammer in God of War Ragnarok. That's a new weapon. That's what I would say is a spoiler. If you tell me there's a new move,
I had said,
if you just blandly just say there's a new move, I would have been like, oh, okay, cool.
What if I'd said in God of War Ragnarok you get a new weapon?
That's borderline.
Oh my god.
I'm going to say that's borderline.
I think, Tom, the context also really depends on like the use of it. It's like, let's say, Tom, like there's a thing, like there are things you get in Spider-Man, right? That I think like totally are spoilers.
Well, sure.
To get them, like, it's also a story spoiler, and it's like not something you get right away. It might come halfway through the game. But if this is something you're going to use 90+% of the time you're playing the game, I don't know if that counts as a spoiler.
Okay, well then this is not a spoiler then for Asgard's Wrath.
Well, we'll be the judge of that.
Well, you get it very early on in the game, and
we'll see. Keep going. We should have Chris. You should make like I'm putting it on you because I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but you should make like a
rainbow thing. Like spoiler.
Is it a spoiler or not?
Or no. I was gonna say put like in the corner like a spoilometer.
A spoiler,
like have like the thing ticking up like as Tom talks into is it reach? Are we getting into spoiler?
This is where we would need a separate producer, because I'd need someone with like a graphics package to run the show. Stuff. That is where we need. All right, but that would be
so cool. Talking and the meter just going up, and then it spoils up.
All right, let's hear it out.
The idea with this, right? It's an amalgamation of a bunch of different mythologies, and you are basically playing like an entity that is inhabiting a mortal character, and so it has a element to the point where I got that I really enjoyed was it has an element of the Moss games where you're running around in a level as the character doing basic hack and slash stuff.
Oh, Alex hasn't played those. He would love that game.
Yeah, Moss is really fucking good.
Moss, what grows on trees?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the name of this
PSVR.
cute little mouse creature. It's a PSVR game.
It's basically like it's a diorama in front of you, and you are with the thumbstick controlling
diorama,
a little mouse adventurer, and it's running across, and you're like God manipulating the world, like pulling out a staircase, making the mouse run across. This
so
game,
it's like Mousetrap.
Sure, but in reverse, I guess. Anyway, Asgard's Wrath has an element like this where you're running around as the mortal soldier fighting enemies and stuff like that, but you'll get to points where there are puzzles where you have to become the spirit, get out of the mortal body and oversee the level and manipulate the level, then jump back into the body so you can move around this like puzzle that you've solved by manipulating stuff. Yeah, and I mean, there's a ton of like hidden areas. Like, it really is like a full-fledged RPG. I will say though that, man, I wish this thing was on PSVR 2, because as cool as the MetaQuest 3 is, and like the color pass-through is awesome. Like being able to see the menus like in your living room in an AR situation is dope. But it is not like the resolution quality. The PSVR, correct me if I'm wrong, is OLED, right?
Yeah.
Because I think just like the visual quality in general, like the richness of the color, like it's still not up to that standard.
It's also not HDR, the MetaQuest.
There we go.
And it's slightly lower res.
The goggle effect is like more extreme, like putting on
has a smaller FOV.
Like I see way more of the headset itself, and I'm like, that it's doing cool stuff. The color pass through is really dope, and like obviously not having to have it plugged in is great. But also on the flip side, the fucking power level of this thing, like you get like an hour and a bit maybe, and then it's like, headset's about to die. So yeah, I checked that out. Cool game.
All right.
Yeah. I've watched some things. Unless anyone else wants to talk. Do we want to talk about Survivor?
Did you see it, Chris?
I did. Yeah, I'll
talk
about Survivor. Oh no, yeah, I am. I'm just trying to be conscious of time because I have to leave.
What do we want to? We can just
no. I'm just trying to. I was also trying to think about what I would want to talk about, and I was trying to pare it down so that like we don't spend too much time. No, we should talk about I think Survivor and Godzilla quickly.
Oh yes. Good.
Chris, you can start.
Best season of the new generation of Survivor. Yeah. In fact, I think the winner. I'll just avoid saying the name.
Sure.
Because why not? But I think the winner could have held their own in a former Survivor, not necessarily won, but in the original Survivor, because they didn't seem beaten or tired from the process. They were one of the only people that were able to like play a true Survivor game and like actually like manipulate and lie to people and be like a challenge champion. Like they won in every aspect of that game. I actually think the votes shouldn't have been as close as they were.
Agreed.
It was great. I think it's great.
I agree. I thought it was a great one. I thought that a certain someone at the end made a very compelling case as to why they should have won.
Absolutely.
I was almost convinced that, especially in the start of the tribal council, that person was making such a compelling case, and they were making some really great points. And I was like, you know what? I think they might they might turn the tide on this. But then the final moment of the final kind of like big moment of that before they went to go vote, I was like, nope, this is I think done. In the bag. And honestly, I am surprised how close it was. And
I wasn't. I feel like a lot of people do appreciate they still appreciate like his little story that he wasn't picked originally and he was a backup, and then he would he came on the show.
He had some good points, sure.
He had some good points, but it's the same way that the immunity wins didn't matter really because they won either equal or the person who won more. What impressed me more was the fact, or not what impressed me more was that this person who won was able to make moves without making enemies, which is a big plus. You need to do that. There's very few people who have made enemies along the way who have won in the end. And it really just comes down to a respect thing. But if you are able to make your moves and have everyone think that they're your friend or you're their friend, you're gonna win. Like you're just going to win. And unfortunately, your social game can be great, but you need to win stuff, which is the other problem with at least for Survivor for now. You need to win stuff. And like I said this before, there was a season of Big Brother where the person who won didn't win shit, but their social game was so good. Survivor still, your social game could be great, but you still need to win stuff.
Because it's outplay, outwit, outlast, right? So the outplay is equal, right? So it's I will say this. Did you guys see the Sia award for this year?
The what?
Do you not know about the Sia awards?
No.
The singer Sia? She's been doing it. This is the 6th year she's done it now.
The singer who?
So the singer Sia, she's all right. Anyway.
Oh, Sia, the one who has the white and the black hair.
Well, now it's a rainbow, but yeah.
Okay.
But yes. So every year she gives out, because she loves Survivor, she gives out an award.
Oh, I did not know.
She gives out $100,000 to her favorite player and $15,000 to her runner-up players. So last year, Carolyn got $100,000 from Sia.
I did not know that. I
had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's
so
ridiculous.
this year she picked Katura as her favorite player, and Katura got $100,000.
Wow, okay.
And her her second and third, who were each rewarded 15, were Caleb and Jake. Each got $15,000 from her.
All right.
All right.
Which is
the other thing I wanted to say was I thought whenever I appreciated Drew so much on this show, like I did appreciate his monologues, his answers, his rhetoric was really good, and I'm very jealous that he speaks as well as he does.
He's the closest thing we've ever had to
Cochran.
Yes, to Cochran. And Cochran's a legend in Survivor. He's the one person that if Jeff ever retired and Survivor were to continue, Cochran is my Ken Jennings of like who I would want to take over.
Yeah. I just, you know what it is about people like Drew? I become like very jealous that they're able to speak that way. Like they're able to formulate a thought and communicate that thought in such an eloquent, like intelligent way. And I struggle every day to do any of that. And this guy's just spitting more books. I do have to read more books. Well, having a kid has really slowed that fucking shit down. But, anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
He's also a young buck. His mind is moving.
I know. Yeah, my mind doesn't move. I was telling my mom this the other day. Like, I feel like my memory used to be so good before having a kid, and now not great.
There we go.
Yeah.
We also saw
Godzilla minus.
Chris saw too.
Yeah. Well, he had
for the second time.
Yeah. He had seen it already before.
Yeah, so this is what I've been saying. Right. I think this is what I said to you almost like immediately after. I said two things. I said that was one of the best movies I've seen. Full stop. And then I said to you, I said that movie had no business being as good as it was.
Agreed.
But it was an incredible movie. It had everything. It had the mystery. It had suspense. It had action. It had
romance.
It had romance. It had
really just like a heart-wrenching story.
Yes, dude. It was so good. It had twists. It had turns. It had cool effects. It's
a movie-ass movie. Like that is a film. That's a fucking
movie.
That's cinema.
That's
cinema.
For fans of cinema. I will say, I think like at the crux of, the main heart of the story of like what is it like to live in this post World War II era Japan, and the Godzilla as an allegory for nuclear war, right? Like that's what he was literally, I mean, he's literally born out of it in the mythology, and also like the idea of Godzilla was that analogous. It's so potent in this movie that I'm like, oh, they
got
see
it. They finally got it this time.
Yeah.
It actually works. It's not about it's not just Lizard King Kong. It really is something else this time.
And the kind of like the motivations and emotions of the main character that they're going through and their thoughts, like it clicked. I totally understood where they were coming from. I totally understood why they made certain decisions towards the end. And when we get the reveal of how things actually played out, there was no cheap moves. Everything was earned. Even the final reveal of the movie, which is, I mean, we've discussed in the in text back and forth of like,
here we go. The spoiler meter is moving
slowly.
It's true.
We've discussed like, oh, what's this? Like, we see something here. What's this? What's going on?
Okay, wait. Let's just say this. I'm putting a 1 minute clock. Tom, you have 30 seconds because I'm putting a 2 minute clock. There's a 2 minute clock where just say what you're gonna say, because I want to say something as well, which I haven't shared with you because I wanted to tell you guys over chat. I have a thing. You'll say. So just go. 2 minute clock. Go.
We also have the spoiler meter that's about halfway.
Well,
right?
no,
There's a 2 minute clock.
This is a
the
2
spoiler
minute
meter.
spoiler.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's 2 minutes of spoilers of Godzilla -1.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Chris. Like, even the final reveal of Noriko, I believe her name was, that she's alive, and like even that, as impossible as that was, despite maybe there being some like shenanigans with she's infected and like that's how she survived. Even if there was no kind of like sci-fi explanation, her surviving, in even as impossible as that was, felt really earned because it was like important for the character.
It was so
for these characters.
non-cynical. That was the thing I liked about it. It reminded me a lot of Top Gun Maverick. I'm sorry. Have you both seen this movie?
I have seen Maverick. Yeah.
Okay. One of my favorite movies of last year.
I loved that it's not cynical. Like, so many movies like, oh, we have to like kill, like, we don't always have to kill things for things to have meaning. And that I loved. I loved. I didn't necessarily need the like, oh, is she infected? Like, I also don't necessarily need a sequel to this, unless they have a brilliant idea. And you know what? Whoever made this is brilliant. So maybe they do. My least
favorite thing about the movie was probably that they did a lot of setting up for like potential story threads of like, is the timer? Are we still going on the timer?
Yeah, but I need a little bit. So
okay, go ahead. I was going to say, I didn't like the fact that they were like, oh, he's actually alive at the bottom of the ocean. He's going to come back.
Well, yes. So during the pivotal moment, Godzilla, like breathing in, he's going to do his heat ray, right?
Yeah.
And it gets like really quiet. There's a guy watching the movie right next to us by himself.
Why are you whispering as if the guy is here?
Oh, I don't know. There's a guy and it's quiet, right? And then the guy just goes under his breath right before, like, it's like really quiet. The plane's coming, and he just goes, "Oh my God,
wow."
And Teresa almost, she had to like stop herself from laughing. It was like, it was very funny. It was very funny. Time's up on that, so I can't comment any more of that. But yeah, great. Just a great movie.
Great movie.
I'm really glad you saw it, because when I was telling you about this a couple weeks ago, Alex, you were like, really? Godzilla? Really?
I was, and that's why I say, like, when I came home and I told Britt, I'm like, I just saw one of the best movies in recent memory, and she was like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah, Godzilla." She was like, "Godzilla." I'm like, "Yeah."
What she does?
I do think that feeling takes. I don't think that you feel that way until the movie starts culminating in the third act. Like, I was very much enjoying myself, but it's when they start paying off on these threads and these characters where I was like, okay, now we're in this territory of.
Greatness. But the characters were just so good.
Phenomenal.
It was so good. It was all like
phenomenal.
That fucking scientist on that crew. It is that thing of them. I was thinking about it before I sent you that tweet where it was like, I would die for him, but he wouldn't want that. He'd want me to live.
But what's funny too is like they all looked like they were out of anime as well. Like they looked like
Mhm.
out of 80s anime.
Yeah, yeah.
And like even down to the technicians on the boat that were
Yeah.
doing the like the cables on Godzilla, like, you know, the glasses they were wearing, the coats they were wearing, the colors, it was all like
The
it was
general
great.
that's like leading the charge, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was all great. It was just it was best picture.
Right. Yeah.
Real quick before we get into our next segment, a movie that I saw that was not as good as Godzilla, but I had a fine time with it. I went to go see Rebel Moon, the new Zack Snyder movie, in theaters with my friend Eric. It is exactly what it says on the tin. This is if Zack Snyder made Star Wars. It
Sounds
is.
bad.
It completely lacks any nuance. It is reductive as hell in its story and characters, but I'll say it opens really compellingly. And the cast is really good. Like I think the lead is really good. I think they carry the movie. I do think that it gets more generic as the movie progresses, but I don't think it's a travesty. And I think I texted Tuna, I said, hey, if you need a movie this weekend to throw on that you're not going to get mad about Brit TikToking in the background, this is the perfect movie for you to throw on. So I actually think there's a director's cut eventually coming out and all that. I think it's fine as it is. It's totally inoffensive, but it is really just like if Zack Snyder made a Star Wars movie, and if that is
Honestly,
I
think all of his
you, then there you go.
movies look ugly, so the fact that they're usually not good also.
Sure.
Everything just looks like it's CG to fuck. I don't like the way these things are shot. Everything's like too shallow.
I think
I'm not a fan of him.
I simultaneously think there is some really good looking stuff in this movie and some really bad looking stuff in this movie as well.
I think
and
it's like
more
his
of the
third
latter
lowest rated movie, which he doesn't even have anything that has like an 80.
It's tied. Yeah, I think it's like tied for last or
Yeah,
something like
I'm
that.
not gonna watch this.
Yeah.
What I have been watching,
It's
and
not-
Alex
yeah.
should watch, is the Santa Clauses show on Disney Plus. And let me tell you,
I cannot believe this.
I can't tell you, Alex,
the sequel
how good
movies
it
are
is.
terrible.
The second one's fine,
but they go from like a story about a divorced dad who's trying to reconnect with his son.
First date I ever went on was Santa Claus 2 in theaters. That was my first date ever.
Wow.
And
then you were looking at Elizabeth Mitchell and you're like, forget this girl,
right? So, you know, it's about a divorced dad trying to reconnect with his son via becoming Santa Claus.
Yes.
The second movie we just like take a total turn. Now we're going into major fantasy world.
But now, so that's why it works now. Is the second and the third are half measures. They don't go far enough with it. Whereas this one, it's now they're coming back and they're doing it again after like the Marvel universe has existed, and the way that the Marvel universe.
Are you telling me that in the Santa Clauses, Marvel characters are in it?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you what I was about to say is that the way that the Marvel universe works, in the way that they have come up with a language to explain like magical worlds and realms and things like that, has allowed them with the Santa Clauses to like really add deep lore and interesting things to the context of Santa. It reminds me honestly a lot of the way they treated like the Norse and Egyptian gods in like the Marvel stuff. With like the way that they like expanded them and they have these like deep poles, like they have dived into like Santa mythology that I wasn't aware of. They have then like connected it to other mythologies and things. And in a way, what I think is fun about it is sort of like the Christianity version of like Marvel stuff, just without like there being a Jesus, right? Because you have all of these other
does Santa answer
magical characters.
Who does Santa? Does Santa answer?
You will
anybody?
find out if you watch, because they expand the lore. And you know, in the second one, he ends up like they have like babies in the second Santa Claus. So like,
what do you mean they have babies?
Kids
what are you talking about?
In the second Santa Claus, or the third Santa Claus with Elizabeth Mitchell, they have kids. So in this one, he has adult kids. So it's like, well, what the hell are the adult kids of Santa Claus?
Is his first kid in it?
He shows up. Yeah, he's
Oh, he
not a
does.
primary. He's not a primary.
Well, no, I mean the guy had one movie and that was it. So
there's 2 seasons. The first season is fantastic. The second season has also been
cannot
very good.
believe there's
It's
2 seasons of this
very
show.
different concepts. But the thing that I think makes it really sing is like Tim Allen doesn't really drive it. Like he's fine. Like whatever. Like
Really,
he's kind
Tim
of a jackass.
Allen does not. He's
in real life.
He's Santa.
He is.
He doesn't
but
drive
it's the
show?
cast of characters that they built around Santa and the world of Santa they built that
Mhm.
really like is entertaining. The elves, there are like 4 or 5 like main elves, and the kids they cast are very, very good. And I'm very particular about like child actors. Like
Yeah.
they're great. And the head,
Do they
the
still
new head
have?
elf,
Oh, Bernard's not in it.
he's very old. He's Bernard is very old now.
He was in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, Bernard was an Oppenheimer. He's not, the new head elf, like this girl Betty is great. And like all the other elves. There was one elf who I was like a little unsure of for like 2 episodes, and then he like really comes through and like nails it, and he's great. So it's the cast of characters is what's fantastic. Honestly, I don't know why it's a series, because if you watch it all, it's about the length of a 3-hour movie. So it could be probably cut down to like a 2-hour movie. But that being said, we basically watched it over 2 nights. Like it was just 2 movies, which was nice.
Sure.
We just watched like 2 1.5-hour movies. Watched the first 3 and then the second 3. It was great. It's honestly very fun. It's honestly every now and then we'd be watching, we'd be like, we are laughing way more at this than we would have expected. And if you want to see adult jokes, Alex, go watch the fucking Santa Claus. The amount of like violent or sexual jokes that are like hidden in this that like kids wouldn't pick up on. Like this is definitely also being made not just for kids, but for kids who watched the original and are now adults. Like they made jokes for the adult who were once kids that watched.
I mean, there were a couple funny things in the Santa Claus, the movie.
Yes,
the
that's
first
true.
one.
That's true. But it's great. Honestly, I can't believe I'm saying this. I honestly can't.
I mean, I can't believe
you're
you're saying it either.
But it is. So okay. So let's go ahead and jump in, guys. We're gonna skip the rest of that stuff today. Oh, actually, wait. I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm not gonna do mail, but I'm gonna play that. I got a shout out request on Instagram.
Okay.
Recently, and I was asked to do it around the holiday, and I almost forgot about it until right now. So this came in from Claire, and Claire says that her boyfriend is a huge fan of the Unranked podcast.
Okay.
And has been listening for years and want to get a shout out. Now, I believe we know who this person is.
The boyfriend?
Yes, Nick Romano.
Okay.
And Romano, I believe, from the Discord has written in. But this is a shout out, from your significant other who just want to say Merry Christmas.
To us, from us.
From us, to you.
To you, from us. To you,
I hope you're
2,000 years in the future.
Maybe in the car. But yeah,
I just made a fucking Attack on Titan. All right, whatever.
Oh, you made
I like that.
Attack on Titan reference?
I like
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, fucking people not paying attention. Anyway, all right, yeah. So
wow, so this guy's name is Nick, huh?
Would you think it was Noah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Nice.
I know you did, because I think you said it more than once in the chat, and I remember at one point I think he was like, "My name's not Noah," because that was like around the time where we had like 3 different Noahs messaging.
4. We had 4 at one point. I think also Romano, and then
and there's no Reno.
Noah Reno.
Yeah. So
now here's the really curious thing about it. This has blown something wide open.
Yeah.
I went to high school with a Nick Romano. So
yeah.
Well, is this the Nick from high school?
Is it the same person?
Is this how he found the podcast? Is he knew me, right? Like,
I mean, that's not narcissistic at all.
Well, I'm not.
Well, no,
I was just
saying.
I
mean,
asking.
do you know Nick Romano?
I know Ray.
I mean, potentially. I know Ray.
You don't know Ray.
I know Ray.
Yeah, I know him.
I told you about that one time when Teresa was working at her previous job, and they were Ray Romano was possibly like working on a movie at the company that she was at. And I'm just like walking up the stairs and I just hear Ray Romano's voice like on a Zoom call with Teresa. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It was so weird. I was like, were you just on a Zoom with Ray Romano? She was like, yeah, it's really weird. All right, let's go ahead and start the very first ever, the first. Is it first annual, or I think it's called the inaugural, right?
It would
and
be
the
the
next one would
inaugural,
be the
yes.
first annual, even though it's the second one.
Annual
There we
refers to
go.
the fact that it's happened annually. So yeah, it's
Great.
inaugural. The inaugural.
Okay. Great. That's what I thought. Wasn't sure. The first inaugural 2023 video game yearbook. So we have the class of 2023 games are done. Unlike a normal school year where you would do this in the spring, this happens in the winter because it's the end of the year. We have a list of superlatives that are going to go to our yearbook.
I guess you didn't understand why we were doing this now.
I'm going to send you guys a link to the new note. It's a shared one.
Okay.
And so that you guys can just see them. I don't know. It wouldn't let me send it without typing something. So I just wrote note.
That's dumb.
Yeah, that's really dumb.
Okay. Teresa's texting me because she needs to like head out. And then I'm like, oh, wait, I have to go to the dentist. And then she's like, well, do you want to go? I'm like, no, I'm recording the podcast.
Oh, God.
She's like, wait, you have to go to the dentist? I'm like, yeah, remember the pus?
Remember the pus.
Also for listeners, remember that?
Remember the pus.
Remember we talked about pus for 5 minutes? Mouth pus? Good band name. Mouth pus.
I can't believe Wolfslore sat through that.
Oh, he struggled.
Poor guy.
Oh, he struggled.
All right, so
he was begging you guys to stop multiple times.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Was he really? Oh, that's amazing. I'm so sorry.
Oh God.
All right, so we have a bunch of superlatives here. We're gonna go through them now. I feel like a lot of these could be a game or a character, so we're gonna bang on, go through them. When we're done, I'll put together over the weekend some kind of like little graphic, probably like 2 pages, and then I'll have. Put little squares with the superlatives under and then put images in them. It'll be very funny. Really just for us, not really for anybody else. All right. So we're going to go with first. We have the biggest glow up. Why does this say the wife?
That was the, I mean, I picked a category based on a character, basically. I kind of reversed engineered. I was thinking about a character because you wanted me to add categories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it though.
So so is this most likely to be wifed up?
Who I want to marry the most, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, great. So we're gonna start with biggest glow up. So now the question is biggest glow up? Are we gonna do a game? Want to do a character? Because I could argue Super Mario RPG.
Oh yeah, totally.
The glow up.
I agree.
Quite the glow up for Super Mario RPG. I see Tom, what did you have? Because you started just filling yours out.
Yeah, I was confused as to the process here.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not.
But my vote was for Alan Wake, because from Alan Wake to Alan Wake 2, a huge multi-generational leap, and I think also like people would agree, like from every standpoint, story, gameplay, like Alan Wake was probably not a game of the year contender, the original, and like the second one is, but since we're doing it this way of Super Mario RPG, from everything I've heard, is a great contender for this category.
Yeah, I feel like I don't have a lot of other thoughts for biggest glow up personally, because I see what you mean by Alan Wake, but
this is our list.
This is
yeah.
I mean, if it depends on how you're taking it. But I do think biggest glow up for Mario RPG works because it is like it's the same thing.
It's the same thing, right? Exactly. Yeah.
Now the only other contender would be then Resident Evil 4 remake, which I don't think either of you played.
Nope. So it's not on the list.
Okay.
Mario RPG.
Well, no. I mean, it could be on the list, but I personally, I think would still pick Mario RPG only because how many times are they gonna put Resident Evil 4 out? It almost, I think it takes away the amount it's glowed up because it's been re-released before.
There's a VR yeah.
This went
okay,
from 2D
yeah.
to 3D. Like alone, that's a big. This went from
Big
fake
move.
2D to 3D
Big
to real
move.
3D.
Big move.
Big moves.
Wait, the first
Big
game
moves.
wasn't 3D?
It was a Super
Nintendo game.
Right, but I guess
No, it's
okay, I see what you're
isometric.
saying.
Yeah, it's isometric.
Well, this is
pixels.
isometric. Okay, gotcha. But I see what you're saying. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying. Okay, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. This is I invented this category, and I'm happy with it. So,
all right, great. So then we're gonna put Super Mario
RPG,
All
Sonic.
right. So now, Tom, you introduced this category.
Yeah. So this was most likely to be wifed up. And I am voting for Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3, primarily because I decided to restart Baldur's Gate 3, and I just keep coming back to Shadowheart. I think on the internet, she was definitely everyone was falling in love with this character. I know neither of you have played this one, but Shadowheart was my vote for most likely to be wifed up.
Allow me to introduce an alternate. Oh, Alex has one.
I was gonna say Peach.
Sure.
She tried to get wifed up in Super Mario RPG.
Peach is good. Zelda, but I don't know about
You're
Zelda
almost
as a
there. You're
choice.
almost there. Not Zelda, but in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
What do we got?
There's one lady who's pretty caked up.
Caked up.
Caked up.
The old woman who becomes young. What's her name? Who's the professor?
Oh
my
yeah.
God.
Someone with
God.
a P.
Dude, when she first appeared, I was like, oh man, I might have a crush on this fucking cartoon.
Someone with a P. Purah.
Purah Pad. Right.
Dude.
Yeah. 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 Are you looking at some fan art right?
Dude,
fan art. He's looking at fucking
I'm just saying.
Yeah. And again,
I don't have any strong feelings, like super strong feelings on this, but I do want to introduce Purah to the mix here.
No, it's a good.
You can introduce.
I don't know about Shadowheart. I didn't play that one.
Right, and
So
it's a collective thing. So I think that if you guys have a good, and again, I feel this way about. Damn.
I also don't want to make that mean that Baldur's Gate stuff can't be picked either. If there's a compelling argument for it, but I do remember quite a lot of people.
Yep. I mean, look, I'm looking at the fan art, and it's there. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm down for it. Tuna, thoughts?
She could have gotten a glow up too, but yeah,
it's
fine.
She could have gotten a glow up.
Let me see what Shadowheart from Baldur's Gate 3 looks like.
I mean, she's definitely not as. It's more of an emotional connection, I think, to Shadowheart.
Yeah.
Than, I mean, she's beautiful, but it's more about, the emotional connection. Her voice as well, I'll say, is definitely a part of the package. But again, I do think that Purah is there, and I think that you guys have a connection to Purah, and so I think I'm happy with Purah.
Yeah,
Heard it.
I like it.
And Shadowheart's got some reasons why you wouldn't want to. She's got some skeletons in the old closet that I don't, where's the spoiler meter on this? I don't know, but yeah.
So this next one was Tom's idea. I rewrote it.
Most likely to disappear until the 10th
I'm calling
anniversary.
it the grossest point blank, or most likely to disappear until the 10th anniversary. Gross Point Blank, fucking amazing, classic movie. Oh my God, it's so good, so good.
My dad's always trying to watch it.
Disappears from high school, like he doesn't show up to the prom, like at graduation, no one sees him again until the 10th anniversary of high school. So it's Tom's original category was most likely to not be seen for another 10 years. So I gave it a more succinct, the grossest point blank. But I have to explain it, so that's why.
Well, here is my question. Like, I mean, I guess because Halo has multiplayer this year, but I'm thinking like it would be more something in line with stuff that released this year.
Here's my question though, Tom.
Mm.
How do we count DLC? Because we're getting Alan Wake DLC.
Oh, maybe that does negate Alan Wake because
this felt like it was written
engineered.
for Alan Wake, and I was with you, and then I just remembered that fact.
Yeah,
that we are getting Alan Wake DLC.
Yeah, granted, I think my original verbiage was won't get a sequel, but under this new verbiage, you're right, and we will see like Alan Wake probably in other Remedy stuff.
Here's one
we'll
though.
get another Zelda in the next 10 years.
We aren't supposed to get Spider-Man 3 for almost 10 for like 7 years. It seems, according to a leak. It seems like 2028 might even be or something like that.
Well, that's 5 years, which was the amount of time. I mean, granted, we did see him in Miles Morales. There's things in that leak that lead me to believe that he can pop up in other
Did
things.
Alex maybe jokingly come up with the best this because it might be a while before we see Master Chief?
I mean, it might be a while before we see Master Chief, but I don't think we can do Master Chief just because I don't think
he didn't have he's not a part of the class of 2023.
Yes, he is. It's games as a service.
Yeah, but it's not
Master
a
Chief,
part of the multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
Like
Spartans.
But we will because there'll be more.
Halo Season 2 comes out.
And Halo Season 2 does come out.
On Paramount Plus. Season 2 comes out. This oh god, I can't believe they're actually making that.
Samus.
I liked Season 1. I didn't have a problem. Why are you saying Samus? It had what?
Didn't it come out with
Metroid Prime came out this year?
Oh, yeah. Metroid Prime Remastered. That's true. But okay, well then that means
she could have won biggest glow up also.
Do we not think Prime 4 is happening? I think the RPG.
The Prime 4 is coming
in the next 10 years.
All right.
Yeah, Prime 4 is coming.
I'm gonna go with Mario RPG character Gino or Mallow.
Oh
I like
shit!
That. I like that.
Oh fuck!
I like that a lot.
There you go.
Oh fuck! I gotta tell you, Tom. I mean, this felt perfect for Alan Wake, but you can't argue with that.
Nope.
There's a very good chance we'll never see those characters again, let alone 10 years.
Will we see more
really
Starfield?
Good.
Who knows? But no, yeah, I agree. I like Gino.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Let's do Gino. I prefer him over Mallow personally.
Agreed. Yeah,
I didn't even learn about Mello. Like I've known who Gino is for a long time. I didn't even know about this Mello thing until this year.
All right.
I was like, everyone's trying to make a big deal about Mello. I was like, where have you been for all this time? Anyway.
Well, it's pretty clear because it's Mallow. Not mellow. Not mellow it out, bruh.
Most likely your lunch money. This was Tom had a most likely to take your money from free to play game. So most likely to eat your lunch money, the game you're going to spend the most coin on. I feel like I have two answers.
All right, let's hear one.
Tom's original one. You put Fortnite, right, Tom?
Yep.
I think that's probably the answer, but I do want to give recognition to Walkabout Mini Golf. Because they put out a new course every 8 weeks.
It's true, and I will buy every single course they ever put out for the remainder of time.
That's true.
But those courses are $4, and a single skin in Fortnite is $20, and people are buying skins on skins on skins.
Yeah, that's the reason I think Fortnite takes it.
Yeah, I think there's the way that it's phrased of the most likely to take your lunch money. There's an element of malice there, right? And Walkabout Mini Golf feels totally fair, and the
that's true.
Of it is good.
Oh yeah.
Whereas you actually could buy that with your lunch money, though.
Yeah, this is like the bully every day showing up. You're not.
Oh yeah.
Empty calories, just fucking. I just fucking got V-Bucks.
He shakes you down every day, and then you can buy a single skin at the end of the week.
Ninja Turtle skin, yeah, exactly. And get fucking Fortnite Crew. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, should I just sign up for Fortnite Crew, which is
what is that?
It's their subscription service that gets you unique skins you can only get with it, and it gives you the battle pass automatically. But it's $10 a month.
Oh man.
Yeah.
All right. Tuna's most likely unfinished homework. So this is a game that you're supposed to play that you haven't played. What is Tuna's most likely unfinished homework?
I mean, I put
Alan
Spider-Man
Wake.
2. No, because I think you will get to Alan Wake 2. I do think you will get to it. I don't think you're ever going to play Spider-Man 2.
I think I agree about this.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's unfortunate.
I will get to Alan Wake. I don't know if I'm going to get to Spider-Man. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right,
Look,
Tom.
I'm not gonna, yeah. It's good.
You're right, Tom.
Is he gonna? He'll play another fucking run through of Valhalla before he plays Spider-Man 2.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna make an edit, and I'm gonna do Tom's most likely unfinished homework, and I'm just gonna write play Demio with Tuna. There we go. Play Demio with Tuna for Tom's most likely unfinished homework.
Well, I assume we're gonna play a little after this because you have to run to get your plus.
Well, I mean, you do understand. I wrote this knowing that this would be your spot, so now I've made this happen. Now,
right. Yeah. All right, there it is.
There it is.
Most changed. I feel like we had biggest glow up. We could just skip this one.
I think
Let's skip this one.
Yeah.
Okay, this was an ad from Tuna. Most likely to die. Alex, do you have a great idea for this?
I was thinking Mario. Mario for Mario Wonder. If you play the whole game, Mario's going to die a lot.
Yeah.
So that's
I like that.
Point.
Yeah.
I like
Unless
that.
you have a different idea. I think
like
it's Mario.
I mean, they don't die, obviously, but there was an element of torture to the Koroks that you had to get from A to B into the kingdom.
They don't die though. So Mario?
I think that's a very good.
I like Mario. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, here's the thing: we could put a Goomba, right?
But I don't think they die as often as Mario does.
Really? You've probably taken out multiple Goombas with
in a life.
One.
Yeah.
Taking out multiple Goombas in one Mario life.
Not necessarily. Well, maybe the average, but there's been some lives where all you're doing is platforming and you're fucking up, and you're just falling.
Yeah.
Where there's no Goombas in sight.
God, me and Brooke
Lost Worlds.
We were trying to do like a parachute hat challenge in Wonder last night, and it was a fucking nightmare.
Teresa and I have been I forgot to mention this. We've been playing so much power washing sim. Best fit. So Tom, you put Fortnite on this, which I get.
What does that mean?
Well, just the skins, like
most style.
You've got
style.
a million.
See, I saw this differently. I saw it as like you're fit, like you're physically fit.
Well,
I have most athletic on there.
Tuna's really out of the loop on the verbiage here.
Well, let's see how he does with most Riz coming up.
I know most Riz. What is he gonna put?
The only reason I'll tell you, the
Most
only reason why I know what
crackers?
Riz was because I wouldn't have known what it was prior to seeing what I saw. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I do know what it means now.
Best fit. So
Fortnite definitely. I mean, I will never forget a moment when I said I want to be Goku.
Yeah. Okay, I guess that's true. If that,
but if you want,
Alex,
what
if that moment didn't happen,
okay,
I would want to pick something else.
Okay,
but that moment I will remember. I think for a very long time because it was so funny. But I think the thing for me for Fortnite was that I was like, well, they just have so many things, right?
Sure.
It kind of, like that is.
That's a testament to them.
It is.
They got a big walk-in closet. It's big.
I think then if you have a character that has a lot of style, like for instance, Link had a hell of a lot of personality and style.
I was
gonna say Link's
That's actually true.
I was gonna say Link's outfit.
Like I was trying to think of a character for this one, but
Spider-Man. I mean, look, I know you guys don't play a ton of it.
I thought a lot of those costumes were ugly though.
And that's my problem is that he's got some great costumes. And then they added the colorways, which I liked, and I liked some of the colorways, but then I was some of these
Kratos has some pretty sweet chest armor, waist armor.
I would put Link above Kratos.
What about Andreas? He's got those nice robes from Pentiment.
Andreas. Oh, Pentiment.
Well, Pentiment came out last year.
That's
but,
true. It's not part of the class 20. Andreas gets the left back award. Most likely to repeat a year. Yeah, I'm happy to put Fortnite.
I like
Link,
Link,
actually.
I
like Link better.
Yeah, I like Link.
I like Link better.
If we want to do a character, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it should be a character, and I think
we're
it should be
talking about
Link.
quality over
It's so funny that
quantity.
now you guys like my idea, but then Alex mentioned what he said during Fortnite. So now I like Alex.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I like Fortnite. If we want to do,
no, I want to do. No, I'm putting my foot down on. I want to do Link.
Okay. All right, okay, all right. Let's do. Alex wants Link on the board.
Yeah, Link's got to be on the board.
I want to give an honorable mention actually, because I'm just like looking at the list of video games. Pinocchio in Lies of P. There's some
Hercule?
Pinocchio in Lies of P.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Okay.
He has some great outfits that you acquire over the course of the game. So shout out to him. Shout out to Pinocchio.
All right. Best hair.
Best hair.
Kratos.
I like that's good. I liked Zelda's crop in this. Like I liked her with the short hair in Tears.
Okay. That's true. She did have she had a nice cut this year. Actually, you know who also had a great fit, Tom, but I'm gonna stay with Link.
Yeah.
Star Wars, our boy. Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
He had a mullet.
Fit.
Oh yeah, I was gonna put him up.
He had
fit,
great
but
costumes.
We could do him for hair because he's got the mullet. He's got you know, he's I think actually I mean
that was like his whole thing when they were like, he's older now. He has facial hair. He has different hairdos that are
that you can unlock from a chest, and it's like, here's a mullet. I think actually I picked this. Added this category, and I picked Alan Wake. I really like his hair in this. Is really
my god!
Good.
Also,
Thomas Zane, like every
yes, that's
kind
who
of
I was thinking of. Thomas Zane.
Iteration of
Thomas
him.
Zane. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of think I want to. No, let's put Alan Wake. Let's put Alan Wake.
Okay.
Alan Wake's hair, Tuna, is. I know you haven't played. I feel confident that you would be like,
I would pick it.
This guy looks
good
cool.
haircut.
He's rocking this. He's rocking
and he rocks.
He rocks
the what
it's
are the
kind of long, but
called?
it's good.
The elbow patches.
Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, but he rocks them.
All right.
He rocks his suit.
Very like writer bullshit, sitting in a cabin writing fucking bullshit.
I did like Cal Kestis for this though, but I'm happy to do Alan Wake.
I think Alan Wake, especially with Thomas Zane and stuff, I want to put Alan Wake. Most Riz. Who's got the most Riz? And I'm going to tell you right now, I think I know the answer.
Okay.
Miles Morales.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
All right.
My vote for this one was Astarion from Baldur's Gate. He's the character. The actor behind the character is the guy that won the Game Award for Best Performance this year. And I would say from a cultural zeitgeist standpoint, Astarion would probably win this category. He is.
I think that's a good argument because I'm realizing right now that Miles Morales was actually very awkward.
And I was going to say, Miles, as much as he does have Riz in an
when
outward
he's Spider-Man.
sense, yes, when he's Spider-Man. And in an outward sense, like if you were just to like eyeball Miles, you'd be like, that guy's got Riz. But I mean, a lot of Spider-Man 2 is him kind of not feeling like he has Riz.
But he does though. He just doesn't know. The problem is he doesn't know it. He's prepared. By the end of that game, he's gonna be the Rizzler. He's gonna be walking around. He's
gonna be the Rizzler, right?
But you're right. Okay. So how do I spell this guy's name? You want to type this in? I'm good with yours. I'm good with your choice. Knowing that the guy also won the best performance, I mean that does say a lot. All
right.
Tuna, did you have any?
I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm trying to think if there was a character. There's a lot of characters in Super Mario RPG that definitely have Riz. But
You think this
I'm
was
good with
Tuna's fucking game of the year based on how much he's trying to get it to win some fucking awards here?
It's already on the board twice, by the way.
I mean, I would say from the little I know of Gino,
yeah.
he's got Riz, right?
He's
Am I wrong?
definitely got
there?
Riz. No, he's got Riz. He's got some Riz.
He's
He's
rizzed
got
up.
some Riz. He's rizzed
Oh,
up.
yeah.
He's rizzy.
He's
getting rizzy with it.
Rizzy with it.
Trying to think of like anybody that we played a video game and it was like I loved the character, but a lot of the characters we play with are very quiet. So
Yeah.
I do think like Link has like a silent charisma.
no, he has got no fucking Riz. The guy is such a loser. Honestly, he's lucky he's got some sword skill and can play with the elements. Otherwise, he'd be like just another fish in the pond. I mean,
Holy fuck.
The guy's got no Riz.
Damn.
The guy's lucky he's Zelda's swordsman. Honestly,
Now, there's one person who had a
you
lot
know who
of
probably
Riz
has
in
a
Star
ton
Wars?
of Riz. Oh, God, sorry.
Who?
I was gonna say Ganondorf got some Riz.
Yeah, Ganondorf's oozing Riz.
He was oozing. I mean, that I can't believe we
He's
didn't.
like
we should
the
have picked
hole
him
in
for.
my mouth.
Yeah, I was gonna try and make a joke about it.
We could have picked him for best hair. That final.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
The flowing locks.
Oh shit!
He's
That's
got that
pretty
red
good.
hair. That hair is sweet.
That hair is
that
literally on
color.
fire.
That color of that
Yeah.
hair is.
Look, we've never done it before, but I would be willing to go back. Alex has just made a very
I don't know.
strong argument.
I feel to Tom already doesn't like it. I can tell him, but look at his face. He doesn't like it. You know, like I see.
I
Just went.
Look, we're
I
pressed
do
for
like the
time
idea
is
of,
my
of
thing.
yeah. Let's
you know what
let's
I mean?
move forward. I do think
All right,
you
move
guys
forward,
should
move
just
forward,
in the
move
post show
forward.
just fill out more. While
Well,
I'm
we
gone.
can get some
What?
honorable mentions. We can do some
Yeah.
honorable mentions.
Let's skip best couple because I want to do some of these others while I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, by
Kratos
the way,
and Mimir.
most Riz, Merrin from Star Wars, but we're gonna keep
like that.
Starian, but Merrin had a lot of
Okay.
Riz. Class Clown, what'd you say, Alex?
For best couple, I said Kratos and Mimir.
Oh, that's
Sure,
good.
type
I
that
like
in.
that.
Type that in.
I mean,
Class Clown.
Class. Wait, no, I was talking about best couple.
Oh no, I was saying I want to skip Class Clown because I got to leave in 5 minutes. I want to skip best couple because I got to leave in 5 minutes, and I want to do Class Clown.
I see. Okay.
So if you guys want to go back to that and discuss that further, I'm happy with that choice.
Okay. I have a compelling argument for best couple, but Class Clown. I put Thomas Zane from Alan Wake 2.
That is who I wanted to put here.
Okay.
Then we'll put it.
Okay.
Or I wanted to put Scratch, but either way,
No.
I think
Put.
I had
what you
Scratch
just
for
said.
another category. I think.
Thomas Zane,
By the way-
definitely Class Clown.
By the way, really quick, I forgot to say I played Cocoon, beat it. It's a great game. I wish it was longer.
I
Done.
gotta finish that.
Next.
I should finish it. I'm like towards the end of that.
It's so
Yeah, it's really
quick.
good.
Yeah, I
it's
have
so
like an
quick.
hour
It was
left.
so good though. It was awesome. Like it's
Wait,
so
Tom,
satisfying. Continue. Sorry.
The Koskela brothers, Ilmo and Jocko,
Oh,
those are the Class Clowns. And they're a pair. They come together. They are not separate. If anything, they could also be best couple. But I would say Ilmo and Jocko, the Koskela brothers,
Koskela
for
brothers,
Class
yeah.
Clown.
Yep,
I think they're
like
better
that.
than Thomas Zane.
Put him in. No, I agree
Put
with
him
you.
in. Hurry up.
And there's
Guy's got to get his face
there's like a
fixed.
tragic element to their story as well that is like
Boop, boop,
Biggest-
boop, boop,
Oh.
boop, boop,
Biggest
boop,
party
boop,
animal.
boop, boop.
oh fuck Oh, that whole
whole game is
tragic.
Tragedy.
Tragedy.
That's true.
So
That's true. That whole game
Boop,
is
boop,
tragic.
boop, 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 boop.
Biggest party animal.
I put Chai from Hi-Fi Rush, the main character from
Oh,
that game.
that's really good, Tom.
That's
That's
great.
really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really
That's
good.
very good. That's really good. That's good. That's really.
I was
digging
gonna say
deep.
Mallow, but I like
well, I was
that
gonna say,
better.
are there any fucking Super Mario RPG characters?
No, but I
you
honestly
wanna
was
do
thinking
that?
I was thinking of Mallow originally, but I actually like that better.
No, that's good.
Okay, all right,
I think that's
really
great. You
good.
should type that in.
all right, I'll type it in.
Jot it down.
Jot
You should
it
type in that
down.
one on best couple that you had from God of War.
Tom, just take care of it.
Fuck, biggest
No,
party
I
animal. That's perfect.
I wanna argue the couple one with Tuna. After.
Oh,
okay.
no.
That's good. That's good.
Most
right.
likely to repeat. Was that like repeat a year?
Yeah. So I
Okay.
wrote this thinking like, okay, what game that came out this year is most likely to have a remake of this game?
Gotcha.
You know, so like it's like having a repeated grade. This
We'll
person,
get another
they're-
fucking Resident Evil.
So
4
this
at
is
some
probably a game. This is probably a game I mean, this might be where Resident Evil 4 wins because it's a game that they simply cannot stop making. Like, if A Last of Us had come out this year, it would be that because we know there would be they would do
There's
it again
another
for
one
the
coming
100th
out
time.
next year. Yeah.
But I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to put RE4 on this one.
RE4.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, I think RE4 is good, Tom.
Okay, I'll write it.
That's good. All right. Kindest character is kind of boring. Let's just skip that for now. We don't have
Kindest?
Yeah, we don't have to do all these. We didn't pare the list down.
A pick for that one.
We
Link.
I don't even know if that's true.
He's kind.
He's murdering things all the time.
Yeah, but they're bad. He only murders bad things. Yep. It's very black and white in that game. If there's any game that is black and white, it's that fucking game. They never make the villains look any kind of redeeming or like there's any kind of other story than they're bad.
That's true. Okay. All right. There's two I want to do because then I have to leave. So we're gonna just jump down. Okay. Most likely to be president.
I did pick someone for this, and I picked. Who did I put? Oh, I didn't put anyone for this.
I have someone.
Okay, throw it out there.
I want to pick Scratch.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
From Alan Wake.
Okay.
I think Scratch would be pretty good.
Would be so fucked.
Well, yeah.
I put Scratch for most likely to be famous. But I like Scratch as president. I mean, I don't, but you know what I mean as an answer. Let me look. Yeah. Tuna, you got anything for this one?
No.
Mario or any of those clowns in that game? Okay, I'm happy with Scratch.
All right.
Maybe one of the fuckers from Final Fantasy 16, but other than that.
And then I also want to just this last one because I gotta go. Most likely to win a reality TV show.
Did I put anyone for this?
And you picked?
I didn't have anyone yet. I just thought this was interesting, so I wanted to bring it up. I didn't because I just wrote the list out and then thought we would,
So, honestly, I would probably put someone from Baldur's Gate. I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, I've been trying to get God of War in here, so
okay.
Mimir
would be a really.
You think they would win a reality show?
He's good with his tongue.
Okay.
His social game would be.
His social game would be good.
You've never seen a social game like Mimir.
Yeah, he's much better than
he's
Drew.
Missing his body, so it's like if he gets to the final 3, he's like, I did this without a body.
Okay.
That's true.
Like
yeah.
I pulled this off without. It would be
That's a very good argument.
Now, granted, he gets carried literally.
Yeah.
So would there be, some kind of like, well, Kratos did all the heavy lifting on this one.
Well, but maybe it's like on The Circle where they had like the translator for the deaf person.
Oh, that's
like
true.
Where they had,
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was great.
Okay, but yeah.
I'm happy with that.
I mean, I'll tell you this: if we're
That's
using,
very good.
If we are using Survivor as like the template, like because that's what is in my mind fresh. Fucking Freya from God of War.
That's true. Yeah. She'd be good too.
She can
manipulate,
charm you. She can manipulate. But she's genuine when she needs to be.
Yeah.
She can do the physical challenges.
Brilliant.
Body.
All right, let's do that then.
Okay, Freya.
All right. I will let you guys finish the show without me. I'm just gonna let it record. I'm just gonna keep the recording going, keep the room open. I'm just gonna mute my mic and turn off my video. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I'm gonna go get this pus out of my mouth.
Good luck with the
good luck with your
removal. Mouth pus.
See ya.
I guess I don't see you. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Do you want to do some more of these categories?
It would be hilarious if we just closed the show.
Let's do a couple more of these. Do you have any in particular that you want to jump on?
No, you.
Okay, I'll lead.
Yeah, you lead. Yeah.
Then I'll just go to my notes where I put other stuff. Most athletic, I put Link.
Kratos.
Oh, okay.
No, I would go with Link now that you just said that because even though he's climbing, he's doing backflips.
Yeah.
Kratos is heavy boy.
Heavy boy. All right, so we're gonna do most athletic Link.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted to put. Kratos
Well, you wanted to have a. Yeah,
I want to have a debate about this. So best couple.
But am I gonna know who you're talking about?
You're going to know.
Okay.
Who these characters are. Like? It's Peter and Mary Jane in Spider-Man 2.
Here we go.
Now you might be saying to yourself, "This is."
This seems like you already rehearsed this, but yeah.
Well, it's to me their relationship is one of the things about I'm a huge Spidey fan, right? I've seen every iteration of this relationship, and I think this might be it's definitely one of the best, if not the best iteration of it, because in Spidey history, writers are always determined to break these two up. Right? Like it's the tragedy of Peter Parker. He can't fucking get it together, and like Mary Jane is his long lost love. They always fucking find a way to the point where they have him make a deal with the devil to literally lose his wife and his marriage. I was really worried because the first Spider-Man game starts with them having broken up, right? In the very beginning. Spoiler alert. Spoiler me.
Yeah, we're already.
But it opens up. They're broken up from like the jump. Spoiler meter, jumping up to end of Spider-Man 1, they get back together. And I was worried with there's stories about Venom, Peter getting the symbiote, like this is ripe for this game to break them up. And I think that the story that it tells and they do have, I mean there is a gameplay moment, Tuna, that revolves around their relationship that is and is like a gameplay moment that is unbelievable. I am so impressed with it. And it's kind of that thing that we were talking about with Godzilla of like, we have these kind of tragic moments and these emotional moments without the need to like kill characters off. And they did that with Peter and MJ and Spider-Man 2 of like, they pushed it in interesting directions that had unique conflict between these two characters and cause disruptions in their relationship without there needing to be like, oh, Peter's evil now because he's got the black suit. They're broken up. So that's my argument for them because I think a couple, it's the totality of it. Mimir and Kratos are just lockstep, I mean, they do have a little bit of antagonism here and there.
There's a little bit.
But like, I never think that they're going to break up.
Okay. Yeah. So okay. All right. You know what? I won't argue the point. The point is well taken.
Okay.
And I think we can. Yeah. We'll put in.
Okay,
MJ
Peter and MJ.
And
okay,
Pete's.
cool, great.
That's fine. I mean, Kratos and
honorable
mentions. Yeah,
this is where the honorable mentions come in, just like we had Ganondorf for best hair.
For the best hair, although he really should have won best hair, I think. Really.
We have most creative. I didn't put anyone for this. Probably
Link?
Chai from Hi-Fi Rush.
Oh, okay. I was thinking Link, but then I was like, no, but he also. Well, no, actually,
he's building all that shit.
He's building all that stuff, and I was thinking, oh, there's some schematics, but most of the stuff you build is stuff you can just build on your own. So that's
I honestly
really
kind of forgot that the schematics were even. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I never even utilize. I would just build stuff fresh all the time.
Right.
Okay, so I'm happy with it.
Well, we're putting him in.
All right, most creative Link. We had kindest character. You wanted to do Link. I mean, I think Zelda would probably be a better choice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Zelda, happy with that. Most likely to save the world. I put Miles. I think the story arc that he goes through, we're talking about him for Riz character. I think, and I pointed out, I was like, well, his lack of confidence in himself is his whole arc in the game. And I think that the whole point is that by the end of the game, it's about like is he good enough to just be the Spider-Man? Like, he's in Peter's shadow a little bit, like the idea that like he is just, and that's what his arc is. And so I think that giving him the title of most likely to save the world is very fitting for what happens with his character in that game. But I would like to hear about some maybe Super Mario RPG characters.
You knew you were going to say that. Some Super Mario RPG characters that likely... I mean, Mario saves the world every freaking 5 seconds.
Right. Link is also here, right? Of course.
Link's also saving the world left and right, that guy. He's not getting any praise. No one even remembered who the hell he was. No one even knew who he was in Tears of the Kingdom. You could walk into a town, and they're like, oh, yeah, you're Link.
You're that guy.
You're that guy.
So you're saying Mario?
I don't know, man. I mean, I could do Mario. I could do Link. There's a lot here.
What's going on in Pikmin 4? Are they saving the world in that game, or?
No, they're really saving themselves.
Okay.
They're not really saving the world. Okay. I was thinking Pikmin, but then I was like, no one's really saving the
Metroid
world.
Prime?
Is she saving the world? I don't know.
Right.
I would honestly go with Mario, Link, or your boy.
Who was Miles? I'm happy with Mario. We can put it in. Mario is a classic answer. I like it. Most likely to destroy the world. I think Ganondorf is potentially in this. I think I put Scratch from Alan Wake 2. But what are your thoughts here?
I don't know Scratch, but I do know Ganondorf.
I put Venom as well.
Yeah,
Venom.
Ganon would destroy the world in 5 seconds if he could.
If he could. Okay, yeah. All right, Ganondorf. Yeah. Most ambitious, I think Scratch from Alan Wake.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay, all right, Scratch. Most likely to be famous. I had put Scratch as well because of specific things that happen in that game. But so is there a Super Mario RPG character?
Most likely to be famous?
Yeah,
Mario. Everyone thinks he's famous. He's Jumpman. You jump in that game and they're like, "Oh, dude, prove you're Mario," and you jump and you're just like, "Oh yeah, they're Mario."
Speaking of Jumpman, I blew Brooke's mind when she was asking me about. We were playing Mario Wonder, I think, or maybe we were playing Mario Kart, and she was talking about Donkey Kong. And I explained to her, I was like, did you know that, like, Mario's first appearance was in the Donkey Kong game, and Donkey Kong's the villain, and you're playing as Mario, but he wasn't Mario, he was Jumpman. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, like, the first Mario game is Donkey Kong, and he's not Mario, he's Jumpman. And I think there were a couple of games where he was Jumpman before they pivoted. And it just
pivoted to Mario.
So yeah, I'll make it, rags to riches with him. So we can do Mario. Okay, next category here. Most likely to be famous, Mario. Most likely to get rich.
Was there a Wario game? Doesn't he have a lot of coin?
There was WarioWare. Isn't that about like getting gold?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think Wario...
I mean, granted, Mario is like you're picking up gold coins left and right.
That's true, you are. You're also picking up rupees left and right with Link, although I will say in recent games, I feel like it's been less.
Not really, yeah. Not really. I like Wario as an answer, but I just don't know if... Like, what's the deal with WarioWare?
Yeah.
Is Move It? Is this the one? What's going on with this game? Yeah, and I mean, you do it's mini games, right? So it's all about quick.
Quick cash.
Quick
quiche.
If that's what it's about.
If that's what it's about.
I love the idea of us giving this to Wario with very little context. And so, for that reason
with the only context that I know,
the only
some coin involved.
I think there's coins. All right, I'm just going to give it to him because I just don't want to do Mario again or Link.
No, I don't want to do it. Yeah.
Most likely to never leave town.
Link. We never leave Hyrule.
Sure.
Pretty rare. Mario definitely leaves a lot of places. He's in different kingdoms.
He leaves a lot. Yeah, Link does. Well, that's not true. Link goes to some other realms every now and again.
Very rarely.
We could do Peter Parker. They never make a Spider-Man game not in New York City.
Not in New York City. Yeah, that's not bad.
All right, we'll do Peter Parker. And also in this game, like, they put him back in Queens. Like, he moves into Aunt May's house, so yeah, he's never leaving town. Most likely to run late. Peter Parker is also a good answer here because Spider-Man's always late to whatever the next thing is. I want to get some Final Fantasy.
Link is
here,
Link. Fine. I mean, I'll make another. We're pretty Link heavy, but Link is always late to saving the day. There's always a problem.
He's always getting to it last minute.
Yeah.
It's like before
Ganondorf
comes,
strikes. and he can't always stop Ganondorf right away. You have to come back later, but then he fucks around for a while.
Sure.
We could put Link as an honorable mention if you want to get some other people in.
I'm trying to
give them participation trophies.
I'm trying to get some other people in here. What else we got? I honestly think I would put Peter Parker over Link because he's historically late to things.
Okay.
Put
him in. He's in.
Most likely to travel the world. Mario could be a good one here.
Odyssey? Come on.
Oh, that's true.
Guy's got a ship that goes around the world.
Yep, Mario. Sorry, these are this whole like stack has been Mario, Link, or like.
Yeah, but you see, this is the problem with this is that number one, it's the games we've played, but number two, they're just great games, and they cover the gamut. I'm sorry that you haven't made a game that covers these superlatives. Like, it's not my problem.
Now we've got best car here. If we expanded this to best vehicle, I would probably put Cal Kestis from Jedi Survivor. They've got the ship, the Mantis. Have you seen this one, Tuna? The Mantis from Jedi Survivor. It's a fucking cool ship.
Okay.
But do you have any thoughts on best car / vehicle? Starfield, the character you play as, can build.
No, we're not giving anything to Starfield.
Starfield isn't even going to win these fucking awards. These fucking bullshit made up awards from a fucking 2-bit podcast. It can't even win.
Damn right.
It's blocked out of here. Okay.
It's done.
Samus's ship.
Samus's ship
kind
is
of
cool.
iconic. Kind of iconic.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm happy with Samus.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay.
It's good.
I'm just going to switch this to vehicle, and I'm going to put Samus. It's iconic. I think it gets points for being iconic.
I agree.
Most likely to get arrested, I put Bowser.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. It's good.
Best dance.
If he was in the real world, he'd get arrested immediately.
It would be probably like a legal situation because it would be like he gets stop and frisk if they still had that. Yeah. Like he's getting stopped, but just based on appearances alone.
Based on appearances alone, he's getting stopped immediately.
We have best dancer. Anyone doing any dancing in Super Mario RPG? I was thinking for reasons.
Fortnite?
No, I was a
lot of dancing
Goku.
going on.
Goku from Fortnite.
I mean, that would be hilarious if we did that. Goku from Fortnite.
Okay. I'm just gonna write Goku. Biggest drama queen / king. I think I had an answer for this.
I have an answer. It's from Mario RPG.
Okay, go ahead.
It's that guy. What's his name?
I mean, I've played it. It's one of my faves, so I know
Booster.
Booster.
Yeah.
He's a drama queen king.
Big time drama queen.
I'll take your word for it. We'll do Booster.
Yep. Boosts.
Most talkative.
Ooh. Link?
Is there anything I feel like there's a character from Tears of the Kingdom. Isn't that? I feel like there's people pestering me in that game all the time. Prince Sidon, he's pretty talkative. He's got some Riz too. He would have been a good Riz.
Actually, he would have been a great Riz.
Great Riz option.
Yeah.
Oh, you know who fucking I wanted to shut the hell up? The little bird boy. In the bird
boy
in Tears of the Kingdom, the sage of flight.
Oh, I think it was with an R, maybe his name. I don't remember.
Yeah. Most talkative. Who won't shut up?
Mimir.
Done. Locked. Thank you, Tuna. Thank you very much. That's that. I mean, we're not beating that. Most likely to go viral. Pura is probably a good option here because she's got the Pura pad, right? It's all about taking the photos.
Mimir, he's a talking severed head.
You know he'd have like a YouTube channel. You know? Like, and on YouTube it's all like the face, right? It's all like that.
Right.
Most likely to go viral. So let's think about like iconic moments from the year and go from there.
Okay.
I mean, Link went viral with all of his creations, right? Like you couldn't escape. Like I would say the biggest like viral moment in gaming was all of those things that he ended up building. There was a lot of stuff for Baldur's Gate, but I wouldn't say it was not necessarily any one character. I mean, Astarion, who we put for Riz, he was the moment for that game as well. Hey. What are your thoughts? If you have any.
No, I think the most viral thing that I saw online about video games was Link.
Yeah, I think
able to build all that stuff.
I think we're going to put Link. Yep. Biggest procrastinator. Link could go here as well.
Link could definitely go there. The guy fucks around forever before doing anything.
He's fucking around.
He's fucking around. He doesn't do shit. Even when he's powerful enough to go face Ganondorf, he doesn't do it. I got to do another side mission. All right. Does Spider-Man get to the point?
Starfield for wasting everyone's time?
Okay, sure.
Oh man. Poor Starfield.
What a game.
What a game. Fuck. Okay. I just want something new, something fresh here as we get towards the end of the list. All right, we're just going to put Link. This is our list, fuck it. Suck my dick if you got a problem with it. So speaking of which, Sorest Loser, I didn't actually put anything from a game here.
Okay.
I put down Xbox fanboys.
Okay.
Because
Why?
they are determined to make name Starfield as one of the best games ever made.
Okay.
And they point to things like God of War and Spider-Man as like, oh, it's just the same game, it's just DLC. And so, like, you know, console wars are inherently stupid, but I would say out of the two, I think PlayStation fanboys have more ground to stand on. Starfield is at best a deeply flawed game, and that was like, other than like maybe Forza Motorsport, which is so niche, right? The best thing Xbox really put out was Starfield, and they had to buy that. They bought that, and then you got Redfall, and you got Xbox which is a disaster, and you got Xbox fanboys out here being like, No, Xbox had a great year. They're doing great stuff. They're doing good work. Sony fucking losers. So I put Xbox fanboys as sorest loser.
I like it. That's a great argument. That's good words.
Okay. Good words.
Well said. Well said. Well said.
Zuko, relax. And then best gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Is this
gamer?
Yeah, is this going to be the three of us? Out of the three of us, who's the best? I mean, you put 2,000 hours into Xbox this year.
Best gamer. Who's playing games? We'll give it to Geo.
I was thinking Geo.
All right, give it to him.
All right, yeah.
Best gamer, Geo.
He, he crushed it over at Digital Trends this year. He put out some amazing articles. He's thinking about games in a way very few people are. So this is a shout out to you, Geo. You won Best Gamer of the Year. Or not Best Gamer of the Year. What is it? It's a yearbook of the class of
Most likely to game. Most likely to be a gamer. Most likely to game.
All right. Well, there we go. We crushed it, I think.
Yeah.
It's a great list. We answered, I think, every single one on here. So we'll get a little graphic out so people can see that visually. Well, I don't have the power to make music happen, so hopefully Chris can just shove it in here. But thank you for joining us. You can go check out all the links in the description towards t-shirts that Chris hasn't made any new ones recently, despite that it's going to be a thing every week, but here we are. The Discord, there's go check out the Discord, go check out this video on YouTube, and go follow us on our various platforms, and write in and send us voicemails. We love interacting with you guys. Until next time, I've been Tom, that's Tuna, and you can stay unranked and suck it.
Well said.